What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the G Nation channel. I know I've been getting hit up a lot, through Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Like, dude, seriously, when are you gonna start YouTube again? And it was a process that I wanted to take my time because it's not just about working out. I wanted to feel good before I went ahead and jumped into this big thing because, again, you guys know there's been times that I've been consistent and then we stop, and I wanted to make sure that when we jump on board, it's something that we were gonna be consistent. So I wasn't gonna start off with a workout video and be like, hey, everything's been great. I fell out the face of the earth for a bit and let's get this chest workout in today. I didn't wanna do that. I wanted G Nation and you guys to see and understand where I've been, what's been going on, and from there we'll continue. Linked up with my boy Adam, Gabe, and we've been doing a lot of behind the scene work to get ready to get this going. And today we're shooting this, but it's something out of my comfort zone to talk about because I'm not very personal, as you guys know. A lot of the things I'll show you are photo shoots, workouts, selfies. That's about it. And then obviously we have our workouts here on YouTube and whatnot, but a lot of people don't know, a lot of things about me. So you guys saw that I had the surgery last year. Before that, I had a small comeback and ended up having to do the surgery. But the total process of the surgery lasted for about 2 years. From not being able to have insurance, to not knowing what was wrong with my shoulder, to not being able to work out for those 2 years. And there was a small period of time where we did do the first comeback. I got second place on a show. Everything seemed great. And then again, the injury came back. And again, I was in the hole where I couldn't work out. Not only this time, I had to do the surgery, and the recovery was one of the most intensive things I have ever done. I mean, the doctor did say within 12 weeks, I should be good. But really, the recovery took about 8 months. It was very, very, very difficult. So in the process of all that, what ended up happening, and I realize this now, and this is where I want to get my message across before we begin all the workout stuff, all the cool stuff that we're going to be doing on this channel, is mentally, I was drained, right? So I thought just coming back and working out, I was going to be, okay, everything's fixed. But just the whole process that those 2 years took on me mentally was just so draining, that even after I came back and I started working out, I did the New York Pro. I realized after that, I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't feel myself. I'm doing the workouts, but it doesn't feel like G. Actually, Gerardo, Gabriel doesn't even feel like he exists. I just felt like I was in a body, and then I would look at my old pictures and I would be like, I don't feel like him. And I realized, I've been through a lot of things in my life, obviously relationships, family, the injuries, Marine Corps challenges and whatnot. I'm not saying Marine Corps challenges like physical stuff. I mean, I've had stuff while I was in that I went through. And I've always been able to get myself out of any situation and look forward to life. But this time, I was just in a deep hole, and I couldn't, I was sleeping for hours in a day. I didn't want to do any work with GC. I didn't want to work out. And I noticed something was wrong, and I kept waiting for myself to get better, and I wouldn't get better. I wouldn't. I mean, months went by, and this is the process where I decided to step away from social media, from YouTube, from Instagram, from Facebook, because there's no way I could portray being something I'm not when I'm not that way. I'm not gonna post, look at my abs, look how shredded I am, but internally I'm feeling depressed. Like, that's just not me. Who you see is who I am, and that's the way it's always been. So I couldn't get myself out of this hole, and it was probably one of the darkest times of my life. And it's funny because I thought that if I started working out again, I would be happy, like everything would be fixed. But now I had the workouts, and don't get me wrong, very grateful that I was able to work out, but it just didn't feel the same. And I had to step away. I had to just try to figure myself out, because money, all these types of things that you need come secondary to who you really are. And I just couldn't figure it out, and I felt lost, and I didn't want to put a show for you guys and pretend like I was okay when I really wasn't. And that was the reason I decided to step away. So I stepped away, and I think for 2 months I tried on my own to try to get better mentally, like I told you guys. And I was like, this is not me. This is not right. I mean, I was reading positive books. I was hearing positive audios, positive motivational things. I was trying to go around friends, trying to go around family. And what I ended up realizing is I kept pushing people away, and I ended up being more alone. And I was like, okay, like I cannot do this. And this is the hard part for me to say, is because I think a lot of people in my shoes, where you guys have seen me highs and lows with success, with injuries, with this, that, I shouldn't admit that, or it's something assumable to believe that I'm always okay, that I'm always whatever. But I couldn't defeat that on my own. So I decided to look for help. I went out and I started seeing a psychologist, and I kind of was able to start explaining everything that I felt, because the hardest part was not being able to talk to somebody and be like, well, I went through this with my injuries, my surgeries. I'm mentally not the same. I've had relationships that didn't work out. I'm mentally not the same. And that's where that whole process of recovery started. And they gave me weeks went by, and I started getting so much better. And I realized, like, man, so many people probably are scared to look for help, or scared to admit that mentally they're just defeated, because I do feel like it's looked on in a negative way, especially when you're already building something that is partially successful. And that's what I wanted to get across to you guys today, mainly, is that whatever you're facing, if you feel like you're by yourself and you can't beat that problem, don't be scared to look around for help. Because I felt like I was done. I felt like I was done for good, actually. I didn't even want to come back. And just that little decision that I made, because even back when I was in the Marine Corps, it was something that was brought up a lot, because obviously we have a lot of Marines who face, depression, mental issues, PTSD. So that is talked about a lot. But again, it's like, well, you're not really a man if you need that, or you can't handle your own shit. So for me, that was always the prideful thing. But I mean, I'm glad I did it. I'm doing so much better, and I'm talking about relationship stuff, the injury stuff, all these things that encompassed my disappearance, the reason I stepped away. And it is a little embarrassing, I guess, to talk about, but I think it is something that needs to be talked about, because like I said, from now on in this channel, it's about being real. Not only in this channel, for all these years that you've been following me, that's how I've been. And I didn't want to come back. And it's like I mentioned in the beginning, what's up, guys? This is today's back day, and then you guys don't know what the hell I've been facing. I wanted G Nation to realize that I definitely have had my highs and highs and my lows and lows. But the biggest thing is every day finding out how you can defeat that day, your negative thoughts, your negative emotions, your negative anything, and be victorious, because all we have is today. So there's no reason to worry about how you're going to feel tomorrow, and what happened yesterday is gone. So that's the biggest thing that I've been focusing on. I was able to start feeling better, and little by little, I started working out again. I started focusing on a bulk. Then little by little, I started working on Gerardo collection again for the fall. And things started falling into place, but this was after I got myself right, and after I decided to step away. And if I would have done that, I would have been here today shooting this video for you guys, which is letting you know that G Nation is back, that we're gonna be very, very consistent. There's a lot of things in the works that we have going for you guys. Obviously next year I'm ready 100% to compete, to be in the Mr. Olympia, and to leave my mark that I have been deprived from the past 2 to 3 years, where I haven't been able to do much. So I'm excited to be back. Like I mentioned, Gabe and Adam, like always, are a huge part of this. And, today I'm going to be working back out with Adam and everything. We're warming up. But I told them, I said, listen, G Nation needs to hear this. They need to see why I kind of fell off the radar. They need to see that I'm human. They need to see that I faced struggles where in this very couch, I could not get up from. I couldn't, and we all have days like that. And I wanted to show you that even I have days like that, but it's about picking yourself up. You can feel down, you can feel sad, but the key is not staying in that state forever. And that's where I decided to reach out to somebody, look for help, talk to them, and they really guided me on how to navigate my thoughts and from my experiences and flip them, because with my own thoughts, I just kept putting myself in a deeper hole. And I think that that's important, and it's something that some of you guys might need to hear. And I needed to get that out there, because physically we can get better by going to the gym, but sometimes we don't know how we can get better mentally. And I wanted to get that out there today. G Nation, you have no idea how much I've missed you, but we're all about being real here. And that's what I wanted to get across to you guys today. So we have a lot in store for you guys these next few weeks, months, and it's something that's going to be very consistent. And the fact that I'm doing this video should show that. So we hope that you'll be staying tuned for the next few videos that we have coming out. I won't be sitting on the couch next time talking. I'm going to be in the gym, and we're ready to get things rolling. I feel like right now my physique is better than it's been in years, so I'm excited. And right now we're like progressing, lean bulking, till next season starts. And we're just on a roll. So like always, like I said, I started working on Gerardo collection. We dropped the fall collection last week. So things are rolling, and now is the perfect time to make this video and get this out to you guys. G Nation, I honestly, thank you for those that have messaged me through my hard times, through my disappearance, through you guys knew, because you followed me for years. I mean, I've been doing this since I was like 23, 24. I'm 29 now, so it's like we're family. So I really appreciate you guys. And like I mentioned, we have a lot coming, so stay posted. I have to say this because I want you guys to see the videos. Hit that little notification bell for G Nation, because trust me, remember when we did the perfect workout series, when we were very consistent back in the day, and you guys were like, yo, this is the best channel. We're back to that level. I'll see you guys soon next video. G Nation, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, if you feel lost, if you feel like you have nowhere to go, do not be afraid to look for help, wherever that is, wherever you decide to look for help. But do not think that you can always defeat it on your own. Whatever the issue is, we all have our battles, and you have the strength to beat your battles. G Nation, I'll see you soon. Much love. We out.